Well, you are a bold one. You dared to click to open the door of secrets? All right, come on in. You can have the secrets. All of the secrets. All of the secrets you ever dreamed of knowing. All the hidden truths, no longer hidden from you, but revealed with revelation via the opening of the door of secrets. It's all laid out in front of you now. What will I do with all of these secrets that I've uncovered? You'll ask yourself. The answer? Well, it may be among those secrets that you've uncovered, in which case you won't know until you've gone through them all. However, it's also possible that the answer to the question of what to do with all those secrets existed prior to discover the secrets, provided none of the secrets in the discovered hoard of secrets forces a change to frame, retroactively. Hi, Kimberly. Well, you said we're leaving 3. You aren't you supposed to be making something?
No, we told you we're gonna.
Oh, we're not gonna do that anymore. So what time are we leaving now?
We're gonna leave at 3:00.
Okay. We're gonna leave at 3. We're gonna leave at 3. But it is not yet 3, so I don't have to pee. We're gonna leave at 3. Well, we've got one viewer. Now, this is really normally probably a fairly promising time to live stream, to offer some content in living stream format. Oh, yeah? Okay, I'll have to check the email and schedule something. So, sounds good. Oh, Amber Trasher coming in with the thunder.
I was just gonna say 5 minutes ago, I sense Amber's around somewhere.
Amber, you are the sugar mama.
You are.
I only got 2 viewers on my live stream, but I got $100 in super chats, so I must be a pretty famous live streamer or something. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate it. So anyway, yes, I am unveiling secrets, a whole hoard of secrets. Okay.
Have you ever typed Amber?
Yeah, I think she's a.
You typed her?
COOL. She's cool. So that's what her type is. Cool.
I mean, have you never done an official typing?
No, I've never seen her or talked to her even. I've only
do an official typing for her.
JL is here. Well, sure, I'd be happy to, Amber. Amber, you can, Amber understands that Amber has shit tons of capital. Okay, you spend your capital how you wish, Amber. Like, if you want stuff, you want to send you stuff, I want
definitely sending your stuff. I'm still making it all
for sure. But you want me to can you type my nephew or something? Fine, no problem. Yeah, of course. Okay, well, shoot me an email. Okay, right? I have cross-platform communication issues where I communicate via various media, and email is the most reliable at this point. So shoot me an email, and I'll be sure to respond to it right away. Or as soon as I next check my email, which isn't going to be instantly, because after this I'm going to be going off to my parents for dinner. Then I got to work. My debate clients
contact Eric and get yourself on the schedule.
My debate clients are very serious about their kid doing well at this tournament, obviously, because they are throwing money at this.
Eric is spending the night.
I mean, I charge them by the hour, and they're booking hours every day, and I don't know. But of course, that ends on Friday when he goes off to the tournament. But
going to Kentucky.
I already have to tell them they're going to be unhappy. Well, you can be sure, Amber Drasher, that my labeling of you will be done most meticulously and carefully to make sure that it's not reductive in any sense. And additionally, that It'll be delivered with my most polished social deftness. But before we even go there, I owe Amber a transubstantiated bong rip, obviously. So let me
Does
go
she
ahead.
even want one?
Amber is ahead, okay? She's all day, every day. Your little lungs are too small to hot box with Amber. Transubstantiated. You didn't put enough water in this, Kimberly.
I didn't. There's water right there.
Sorry if that one was a little harsh, Amber. Blame Kimberly.
That wasn't on my priority list of choices. Cleaning your bong.
Now, if I had been able to feel that one, I suspect it would have been a bell ringer. So just sit yourself down if you're having a little bit of a spell, Amber. It's understandable. Sin Jin's here. Bring both the Sin and the Gin. We can use the latter for gin and juice. We can use the former. Well, it's kind of a broad category. Hopefully, nobody's into the more violent of the sins. You know, I mean, sloth is fine, envy even, but murderous rage would not be a sin. I would hope would be included. 7 of them, folks. Only 7 sins you got to worry about. Unfortunately, they encompass a whole shit ton of behavior. What are the 7 sins we have to worry about, Eric? Well, there's sloth, there's envy, there's pride, there's anal wreckage. I don't know. Is anal wreckage a sin?
I don't know, but I love it.
Okay, guys. So enough chit chat, enough starting off with some nonsense. It's time to begin today's meeting of Anal Wreckage Anonymous. We're all here for the same reason. We like to put unreasonably large things up our butts. And I want you all to know that you are not alone.
Eric.
I was just watching your video on line coaching. Interesting, because after the FE test video, I was thinking what I really have trouble with is conveying emotion to order. Yeah, you mean on demand? Yeah, I'd be definitely looking at and wanting to include in my considerations any sentences that people think would be a good sentence to convey multiple different kind of shades of emotion with. Joey shabadoo 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 shabadoo. Taylor, I heard there was a meeting of the Snapwreckers. I'm here. The Snapwreckers? I don't know what the Snapwreckers are. This is the meaning of Anal Wreckage Anonymous. Do you like to? Oh, okay. Right. No. Oh, no. You're looking for Anal Wreckers Anonymous. This is Anal Wreckage Anonymous. We're the recipients of the anal wreckage. Anal Wreckers Anonymous is across the hall. They really shouldn't keep putting us next door to each other, because I see people pairing up and running home together after these meetings all the time. Can't easily read a poem with correct intonation, etc. Do you really like that? I absolutely love the arts. Be a teacher of dance, classical ballet, dancing classical ballet with tap. I just want to bash some booty, dog. Lamau. Oh, thank God. Thank goodness. Sweet, merciful Jesus, you have bestowed upon us the gift we all awaited. Praise be the Lord. Jeebus is here. Where's Jeebus? Where's Jeebus? Everybody was saying shortly before you arrived, Jeebus. Well, everybody, I can answer that question finally. He's here. Clockwork Paradise. Clockwork Paradise. I found a new genius polar SE test. Simply throw a ball at someone's head. If they dodge, they have SE. If they don't, they may be polar SE. Well, I think what it also is, it's a good NE test. How successfully can you explain away the fact that you just threw something at somebody's head after it hits them in the head? You know, you can test SE or NE. Does it end in a fist fight? Or not? Well, it's going to depend. If the person catches the ball and throws it back while saying "nice try, nerd," while smoking a blunt, they're an SE Dom. True. That's quite a detailed test. You know, you gotta. It's kind of a test you do on strangers, I think. What would be crazy is if they had rolled and lit the blunt between you throwing the ball initially and it returning back to your hand without any delay in the throwing it back process. Now, that would be some SE right there. Jeebus is here. Jeebus is in the house. It ends in me busting those cheeks. Hey, Taylor, listen. Taylor's recently begun explaining to me, privately by email, this new sexual fetish he has involving chipmunks. That's what he's referring to there with the cheeks. He's saying he wants the head of his penis to be like the acorns in a chipmunk's cheek, but an actual chipmunk. So, Taylor, you're going to have to let that idea go. It's cruel to animals. And it's Taylor's the one talking about it, not me. Jeez, I'm the one who wants to bust those cheeks. It's disgusting. Disgusting. Leave the chipmunks alone. Okay, who is bashing booty, Amber? Who is bashing boo? Who is bashing Amber's booty? Who is it bashing to? Not everything is about ass. Boobs matter too. Thank you, Senjin. Thank you. That's why I'm in Anal Wreckage Anonymous, but Boobs Wrecker Anonymous. Okay? Because I understand what you understand, that the precious breast outweighs the cheek, both literally and figuratively, both in the real world and in my calculi. Make a TE pour test. Here, fix this. What? Ma? I've never fixed it before. There you go. Never guess what Taylor's laying down. I'm glad to hear it. Taylor seems to be a naughty little thing. I don't think anybody's ever accused Taylor of being a goody two shoes. Could be wrong. Am I mukbanging right now? Yeah, you think you're TE polar? Well, like for example, I could bring something that's a fairly simple mechanical fix. Like I could set something up to be broken, but it's really just this section, this little thing that's easy to reconnect has become unconnected from this other thing, right? And I could say, can you help me fix this? That would be a good way to check someone's level of TE. Somebody high in the TE will be like, "Oh yeah, sure. Let me look at it. Oh, of course I got. Oh, here's the problem." That's like a TE Dom, you know. Or so even to a certain extent, a TE tool user. A TE tool user will be like, "Okay, now look. Just look over the whole thing, and okay, so this goes to this. Well, this is unconnected. It's like a TE tool user." TE polar is like, what do you mean? Fix it? I'm no expert on that thing. Why did I? Will make no attempt at all to actually direct their attention towards solvency. That's the thing about it. Let's see what we got here. I just joined Amber's channel. Does Amber have a channel? I gotta go to Amber's channel. I've never even been there. Mainly for the booty smashing. I absolutely do get what you're laying down, Sebastian. Well, I'd probably be able to fix it, but I would just say no immediately. What if I'm like, oh, Johnny Two Guns, you're my only hope. I'm never going to get this thing fixed if you don't help me fix it. Hi, Danielle. I think your video just published a little while ago. I interviewed Danielle a while ago. Okay. So, this live stream is very unhinged. I like it. Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate your liking of it. FOSology. To get a better understanding of physics, should I study the history and philosophy of physics or the mathematics behind the physics? More math would help with solving problems, not necessarily. I mean, I take a TI approach. I say I want to get the overview, understand how everything fits in together in terms of frame level stuff, and then, move from there. It's true, Sandy. Now, I would be a physicist if I found physics-related problems that could only consistently be solved by the study of the fluid dynamics of breasts in motion as a woman jogs, naked breasts. The only way we're going to solve the fluid dynamics problem, lady, if you take off that shirt and start jogging in place. Come on. Some of them would be jumping jacks, of course, too. I have to attach a lot of little diodes on there. This one's not quite positioned right. It's a good idea. Is the TI approach to studying the history of philosophy? The TI approach to studying the history of philosophy because
Don't talk and eat at the same time.
Broadly, it links to the fact that TI wants to see all the frame levels. TE wants to actually solve within the nodes. In other words, TI wants a frame of understanding, and FI wants a frame of utility. And thus TE correlate with FI would go for the math. How would you test something like NI polar? I can't visualize how you could. Well, I could talk about a couple of different things that I noted about NI polar, and we'd have to sort of work backwards to think about how we would test it. But I want to eat a couple more bites of food before I say anything else, because I'm too hungry and Kimberly stopped me from eating while I'm talking. You think it's bipolar? I don't think so. Maybe. That's true, Melandrix. To properly understand a set, you need to understand the mechanics of shared attributes within the set and stuff. Who owns Amber's body? I'm pretty sure it's Amber. Amber's booty owns y'all. Yeah, well. So, Johnny Two Guns asks a very important question that I didn't get to before. What is Rick Benson up to right now? Well, I haven't gotten a text from him recently, but last text I did get, it said, bro, neck deep in pussy. can we reschedule? I was supposed to have an interview, but it's like every time I schedule an interview, it's like, bro, there's this 24-year-old right now, and she's in the bathroom, but I am not going to be able to make dinner. I'm so sorry. It's okay, Rick. I'm used to this. And I polar. Which all would say do dumb shit without thinking consequence glued to them. I mean, I don't think that's true at all. I don't think antipolar is like that at all. Because I'm talking about ESFJ and ESTJ. They don't do dumb shit without thinking of the consequences. Instead, they totally fail to recognize when something is determinate. So, like, my dad will keep rendering periodic final decisions on things that aren't final decisions, but always positioning them as though they are, right? So that everybody around him knows better than he that he's not really that's not really a final decision that's going to guide the behavior going forward about anything. And he does about my mom all the time. Well, now, okay, today's experience is recent and dramatic. So, based on today's experience, we just, I'm not going to be able to travel with her anymore. There's just no way. It's done.
3 days later.
3 days later.
Las Vegas.
So we're heading off to blah, 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 blah. He's got no sense of finality or closurishness to questions. He's got no singularity to the answers. In that regard, that's what antipolar looks like. Sometimes it might look like there's a fairly easy decision to make. Oh, this really looks like a good opportunity. I'm going to capitalize on it. I'm going to jump on it. And that they don't really have that experience, even if it is, right? So it's like look at my dad's investment habits and patterns and stuff and his approach to finances. He does the anti-polar thing of insuring the fuck out of everything. He doesn't seem to get that it's not just diminishing returns, it becomes insane at a certain point. Like, if you're paying, $2,000 a year for car insurance to get full coverage or something on a car that's you've owned for 13 years, the car is only worth like $6,000. So why are you have full coverage on it? It doesn't make any sense. It's not worth the money. I mean, and my dad seems to think that the fact that he never has to use his insurance is proof that it's working. It's like the insurance never pays him anything. He just always pays the insurance. He doesn't seem to get that, right? It's just TE, that's how it's done. Son, you insure shit. Okay, dude. Well, I've insured it this whole time. Nothing bad's happened. Okay, Dad. I mean, I'm sure that's not his thinking behind it. It's not like because he's a TE dumb. I'm sure he's not that nutty. But he just doesn't seem to get what's the determinant factor here, And it's that kind of thing. The other day I was at his house and he was talking about how he was going to the dentist with my mom, and he had said something like I like that receptionist. She's a sweet girl, or something like that. And somewhere during the course of that conversation, it was about my mom, the conversation in general, and he's like, well, I guess we'll see you in a few months or 6 months. And there was a pause, and there was a discomfort between the dentist and the dental, cleaning lady. and they were looking at between each other of them, like, we're going to want to do this lady again. Now, I read it in his retelling the story immediately as they're not sure if they want to clean her teeth again because she's so dementia at this point, right? But the dentist is telling the hygienist, and then the dentist says something to the hygienist, she's a nice lady. We'll see her in 6 months. My dad interpreted this to mean that because he had said that this other hygienist was a sweet girl, that they had had this moment between them because of like a hashtag Me Too thing. Like they thought he was being sexually harassing in some regard. He thought it was about him and his comment there, even though I was nowhere near the situation at all and have no data other than the data he's relating to me from his memory about it. I immediately concluded what's obviously happening there is they're not sure if they want to continue doing my mom's teeth because, having dementia means you're not necessarily going to be a cooperative dental patient. There's going to be a lot of shit going on. It's a complicated matter. It seems obvious to me and probably anybody here who's not NI-polar that had nothing to do with my 82-year-old father saying to them that this other receptionist, I like that other receptionist. She's a sweet girl. Knowing the way my dad said it, it was like somebody brought her up and he's like, yeah, I like her. She's a sweet girl. And he concluded, therefore, because that's his experience of what he said, that their display of FE, which he's interpreting kind of roughly with his eighth slot, meant that they thought he's sexually harassing, and that's why there was that thing. That's crazy, right? I mean, that's NI-polar. Well, look, Amber, this is the thing about this. I get it because if I were a dental hygienist and I'm used to working on people who can understand and follow basic instructions, like open your mouth, please keep it open, and blah, 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 and you've got somebody who can't do that and needs to be told like 5, 6, 7 to 10 times to open their mouth, or it's a much more tricky and thorny thing to deal with than a regular patient. So I get that. I respect that, but the point of it is nothing to do with that. It's just has to do with my dad just not getting that's the determinant factor there, right? When you're talking about whether or not my mom's going to come back in 6 months and there's hesitation in the people that you're talking to about that, it's not because of some comment you said about the other receptionist that wasn't even remotely offensive anyway. Obviously, right? That's NI-polar. Senjin says, though NI doms must learn the noble art of NI bombing. Maybe I should have been a metaphysician myself. It would be cool to prescribe stuff. The good news is, Senjin, that the College of Metaphysicians, let's put it this way, it's accredited. You know what I'm saying? I think you do. It means it's accredited by its residents alone, the status.
And you own all licenses all the time, so...
I am the owner of all licenses all the time. I am not against... I think you've already established for the purposes of my criteria that you've passed the metaphysician licensing board exam. So I would not be against issuing you a license for metaphysician work.
And okay. That, my friends, is a wrap.
Oh, I gotta go. That's what Kimberly means. We have to go to my parents' house because we gotta cook dinner for them, and then I gotta go to work after that. I'm cooking metaphysically, Kim. I'm a metaphysician, okay? While you are doing the physical steps of it, I'm making sure there aren't any sort of abstract problems that interfere with your capacity to complete the task at hand.
Like your mother getting into this sugar container.
Or just ideation starting to crowd into the kitchen that might be anti-conducive to dinner, as sometimes it does. Ideas start rushing from all sides. Who's going to be there to defend you? Me. Pow, 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 pow. I'll be like that. Just
Yes.
counter idea, counter idea, counter idea. Turn.
All right. You're 10 minutes late.
All right, fine. I got to pull this last bong rip. I want to give Amber another transubstantiated bong rip. She totally deserves it.
Again, Amber.
You are the bomb.
Okay, that, my friends, is a bell ringer. You're so ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
Oh, we're up in a couple hours, Amber. You'll be all right.
Oh my